For decades, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson stood as the crown jewel of American late-night television, and at the center of it all sat Johnny Carson, sharp, composed, and effortlessly in control. Carson had a rare ability to guide conversation with humor and precision. Yet every so often, a guest would arrive who shifted that balance, not by overpowering him, but by matching his presence with something equally compelling. One of those rare moments belonged to Raquel Welch. When Welch appeared on the show, she was already a global icon. To many, she represented the height of Hollywood glamour, a larger-than-life image projected across movie screens and magazine covers. The audience that evening buzzed with anticipation, expecting spectacle. They expected a symbol. What they witnessed instead was substance. As she walked across the stage, poised and self-assured, the applause felt different, not just loud, but charged. Carson greeted her with his signature grin, but there was a subtle shift in his body language. He leaned in slightly, attentive. The tone of the conversation immediately carried a hint of respect that went beyond playful banter. Welch didn't rely on image. She spoke deliberately, thoughtfully. There was intelligence in her humor, control in her delivery. When Carson teased, she parried with wit. When he probed deeper, she answered with calm assurance. The exchange felt less like host and guest, and more like equals navigating a conversation in real time. The lighting reflected softly off the polished set, the audience hanging onto each pause. There was no need for grand gestures, no dramatic headlines. The power of the moment lived in nuance, in the way she held eye contact, in the measured cadence of her voice, in the quiet confidence that filled the space between sentences. Carson, known for commanding every room he entered, seemed content to let that space breathe. He listened more, interrupted less, smiled with genuine admiration rather than showman's flair. It was a reminder that charisma isn't loud, it's steady. What made the appearance unforgettable wasn't glamour alone. It was the revelation that behind the public persona stood a woman fully aware of her narrative. She wasn't there to fit an expectation. She was there to redefine it. In that single interview, Welch demonstrated something timeless, that true star power lies not in being seen, but in being understood. And in doing so, she left an impression that outlived the applause. Because some guests entertain, but a rare few transform the room, and remind even a legend like Johnny Carson that presence is the most powerful performance of all.